Hey guys, it's me again. I miss y'all still. So yesterday we were reading about fables and folk tales, and today I wanted to finish that story with you because I know I left you hanging with a cliffhanger yesterday. So I will finish that one up and then we'll start our new one. Out of the hat jumped 10 tiny men. So remember yesterday I left you guys and the Magoon family went and they lifted up the hat trying to see what was underneath it and what was so special about it. And then all the tiny men, the wee folk, each had a little black thorn club and beat the Magoons about the shins and the ankles. The couple whooped and hollered and danced around the room, trying to escape the blows of the wee folk. Lay off, begged Magoon. Tell your henchmen to have mercy, O'Toole. Give me my linen tablecloth and my little gray goose, and I'll leave you in peace, said Tim, laughing all the while. So they hid in that hat and then popped out. Sneaky, sneaky. The Magoons gave back what they had taken. Tim put on his hat, tucked the little gray goose under one arm, draped the tablecloth over another arm, and headed for home. When Tim arrived, he spread the tablecloth before Kathleen and set down the goose in the middle of it. The bird honked and laid a golden egg. Then the most delectable eatables and drinkables were magically appearing on the table. Kathleen, my darling, said Tim, we are happy at last. Or so Tim thought. Folks from all parts soon heard of the O'Toole's good fortune and crowded in to see the wondrous goose. Their little cottage filled up with neighbors until there was no place left to sit or stand. Everyone helped themselves to the never-ending supply of eatables and drinkables. I never knew we had so many friends, said Tim, but I think it's time the party was at an end. Tim tipped his hat and out jumped the 10 tiny men with blackthorn clubs. They beat the shins and ankles of the noisy crowd, chased them out of the house, and pursued them down the hill. So there were so many people, right? So remember we talked about be careful what you wish for, right? So they had all this fortune, and they had this great, eggs and food and all of these things, and it didn't necessarily turn out very good for them, right? After that, the cottage was quiet once again. Tim O'Toole and his family were quite comfortable, you might say. They spent many hours in front of the hearth, sipping hot tea and chatting and thinking kind thoughts of the wee folk. For all I know, Tim and Kate are there still in a little cottage on a little hill at the end of Little Lane and Dongle. So I guess it did end pretty well. And then it shows the wee folk. So that's the story of Tim O'Toole and the wee folk. It's a great story. It really teaches us, be careful what you wish for. Make sure that you are following directions. That's a big one. Guys, make sure you follow directions always. So those are great books for that. Hopefully you looked at Fiona's Luck yesterday, the video that I posted as well. This is a really great book, and it teaches a very good moral lesson that you guys should know. And hopefully shout out to Charlie and Christopher. Good job going on boom cards, working it out on those central messages. You got it. So I was very glad to see, and I see about 8 of you are working on iReady and Raz and Achieve 3000. So there's several of you who are working, and I appreciate you. Good job. So today our lesson is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to read the whole book, but not because I want you to have a cliffhanger, just because I don't want this video to go longer than 10 minutes. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to focus on an animal every day. Since we love animals, I do. So I'm excited to get to show you guys the different types of animals and really go through some information on those. So the book we're reading is What If You Had an Animal Nose? And I know you guys have probably read this book in the past, and I know I've shared with you what if you've had animal teeth and what if you've had animal hair. So this one is all about noses and what you would do if you had the nose of an animal. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to read about one animal every day, and then I'm going to post a bunch of information about that animal, and then you can look it up. And this might help with your research, those of you who are actually doing the animals within the text. So, so hopefully you'll have fun with this. It's just something simple, something easy. What if one day you woke up and looked in the mirror? The nose on your face wasn't yours. What if overnight a wild animal's nose took its place? So, looking through the book, there is the tapir, the cotton-tailed rabbit, the elephant, the grizzly bear, the warthog, the saga, the star-nosed mole, the giant anteater, the horseshoe bat, and the hammerhead shark. Well, since I had so many boys doing sharks, I thought we would start with the sharks. So I know Alan and William and Caleb, you guys are all doing sharks. So I thought this might be helpful for your research that you were working on. So the hammerhead shark, those of you who aren't doing sharks, you can still look it up. You could still find interesting facts. The person with the coolest fact may be able to share that with the other person who is writing. So that's important to share our ideas. And you'll be able to do that later on, coming up soon. So, the hammerhead shark. A hammerhead shark's nose is only for smelling, not breathing. The shark swings its head side to side, forcing water into a nostril near each eye. Because its nostrils are so far apart, the shark can tell if a fishy scent is stronger to the left or to the right. Then it tracks down its dinner. Here's a fun fact. A hammerhead shark can smell blood from wounded prey as far as half a mile away. That's really far. That's a long ways away. If you had a hammerhead shark's nose, you would always know the best places to fish, because they're always able to smell them from so far away. I mean, half a mile. I'm trying to give you a distance. Probably about the length of our playground is about half a mile. Probably, because you have to go, well, maybe it's a quarter of a mile, because you have to go around the track 4 times, so it's probably a quarter of a mile. So 2 of our playgrounds. I mean, that's huge in comparison. So 2 of those big playgrounds that we play on, you know, that's a long distance that they can smell. I wish I could smell that far away. Maybe I don't. I would never want to go near the bathroom. Let's read about one more, but we're going to focus on the hammerhead. So the next one I wanted to read to you about was the warthog, because I think warthogs are cute. I know that they're kind of ugly, but I think they're cute. Look at him. He's got all these horns. I love it. I think it's great. So, the warthog. A warthog's nose isn't pretty, but it's perfect. It's the perfect food finder. First, the warthog uses its strong sense of smell to sniff out the underground roots and bulbs it likes to eat. Then the warthog rolls its nose around to dig into soft soil with some help from its tusks. Can you think of another animal that has tusks? Be thinking about it. Finally, the warthog uses its nose to lift dirt out of the hole until it finds the roots or bulbs to munch on. A fact. Warthogs greet each other with nose-to-nose bumps. Kind of like fist bumps, except with your nose. If you had a warthog's nose, you would never need anything but your nose to build sandcastles. That would be neat, to be able to build sandcastles with your nose. I don't think you'd be able to pat it down and build the windows, though. That's kind of an exaggeration. So, hopefully you like those 2 animals and learning about those 2 animals' noses. We'll continue reading some more tomorrow. But there are some activities I posted with this video about sharks and learning a little bit about them. Sharks have some really cool, interesting facts. They are definitely an apex predator. So, take that out. Take a look at that. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Love y'all. Well, actually, I'll see you Monday because I'm not recording Saturday and Sunday. Love you.